Good morning. Hi, I'm Davina. Hello to all of you beautiful, bold, and brilliant, highly evolved souls. Today, I'd like to talk about anxiety. I think this is one of the most common things that we all experience having C-PTSD. And it's definitely been hitting me recently. So I just wanted to share some of the insights I've been having. Um, the number one thing I did was I kind of prepared myself last night because I knew that I was likely to wake up. I usually wake up in a flashback, and lately it's been, more of an anxiety kind of feeling. So I was just sort of, I think, the more we accept what's kind of going on, I'm gonna wake up in a flashback. So what am I gonna do? Instead of being in denial about it or hoping that it's not gonna be there. So I just thought, I'm going to wake up with compassion. And so that's what I had in my mind when I woke up. And I'm waking up in compassion. And so often my first reaction to anxiety is panic. Oh my God, I have anxiety. So it's I have the anxiety, but then I have the panic reaction to the anxiety. How am I going to get rid of this? What do I do? Maybe I should slow down my breathing. um, so it's kind of like, I want this to go away. I shouldn't be feeling this. It's that kind of panicky reaction. And then once I kind of, settled from that, I was just trying to like just still, and I just sort of really still my body. And I was telling myself, I love you just the way you are. I love you just the way you are. And I was repeating that to myself. And also sometimes I was repeating, it's not your fault. I think that's really important that we, say this is not your fault. This is an unconscious reaction. There's nothing you can do about it. You do not like just just having that sense of like, I'm powerless over this feeling that's coming up. It's a real kind of surrender. And then instead of trying to change it or fix it, because that's also, that's often how our parents reacted to us as well with, if we had a big emotion, they'd be reacting with fear, or reacting with, trying to fix it or give us advice or shaming us. Like those were the common probably reactions. At least that's what I got. And I'm sure you've experienced very similar. You can definitely feel free to tell me about your experiences. I'm always open to hearing that. So instead of trying to fix it or change it, I was just trying to allow it. And this is not easy to do. Like I was just trying to get in tune with my breath as it was, rather than, because when we're anxious, it can feel really tight in our chest, and the breathing can be scary because it's so shallow, and like so the experience of anxiety can feel scary. And then I was eating breakfast, it's just, again, sort of just trying to allow, because I started again getting into fix it mode. Again, I switched over back to like, oh, maybe I should be like taking a meditation, or maybe I should be trying mushrooms, or like, what can I be doing to make this go away? Because I got to function, and how am I going to work, and how am I going to handle my job today? I have anxiety. So that's kind of how it can just sort of spiral, right? So again, I got just still in my body, and I noticed like, where am I feeling this? Like, and in my body, the fear is often in my neck and in my shoulders. And even like just doing this brings some nice love to myself, oh. Again, I was just like focusing on those areas and just letting them know, it's okay to feel scared. Give yourself permission. It's okay to feel scared. Just giving it love. I love you just the way you are. I tried some tapping as well. I don't know if you're familiar with like, there's places in your body where you can kind of tap. And I say, even when I'm feeling scared, I love and accept myself fully and completely. Even when I'm feeling scared, I love and accept myself fully and completely. And you can see if that does anything to help you out. I'm just, and even just like feeling your body and, or just giving yourself a big squeeze. Like, I just love you just the way you are. And it's so hard feeling so scared. It's so scary, isn't it? You might want to just talk to your inner child. It feels so scary, rub your shoulders, do whatever maybe feels right for you. Yeah, and I think naming it is so key as well, like when I notice when I don't name a feeling, I can feel like, it is me, like we kind of get identified with it. And it can seem like it's just going to sort of take you over. So it's interesting that when you actually name the feeling, that's when you get that more like separation, like, okay, I'm here, I'm having a feeling, it's, it will pass eventually. Um, and then yeah, as I was sort of like going on with my morning, the more I just sort of started surrendering and allowing and going, okay, I'm a human, I'm having some anxiety, this is a normal, like normalize it. Everyone has anxiety sometimes. Doesn't, like, and like let go of the kind of shaming too. I think the other thing was that sometimes I think that, if I were just getting it right, if I were just doing all the right things, that I wouldn't be experiencing this. I think it's a really kind of shaming kind of thing. Again, probably something I picked up from my parents, that, it wasn't okay to suffer. And if you were suffering, that was a sign that you were failing or you were getting it wrong. So it's really, I think, important to, really, again, just normalize it and like, yeah, this is a normal feeling to have. It's okay to have this feeling. And then it's interesting that once we start just actually allowing it, it actually then more like I notice now, like it's actually definitely has dissipated from, the time that I got up. So these are all, and, anxiety also it can be just a message, or it can just be like, it's a normal human thing to, like, if you're going through a lot of change, it's normal that fear is going to come up. And a lot of it is unconscious from, your childhood. It's just something in your present has triggered that past feeling of feeling really, really scared. So it can be like some instability, some, changes going on, maybe anticipating a change. And sometimes too, it's you need to set a boundary because maybe you're feeling unsafe. So you might also ask yourself, like, what maybe it is this anxiety telling me? And sometimes it's just, there's just nothing we can really do. It's like we just try to do our best to just love ourselves as we are. And that's so key, is that giving ourselves that unconditional love. That, even if you're feeling anxiety today, that's okay, that you're enough. So yeah, that's what I want to let you know today. That no matter how you're feeling, you're enough and you're okay just the way you are. And I am wishing you many, many blessings on your journey of healing and awakening. I am Davina Shamaya at Boldness Blooming. Thank you for watching.